Hi, welcome to She Spice. At the point when rappers like Diddy, Jay-Z, and others caused problems, it truly stirred up the entire business, and many individuals began standing up, saying this stuff had been occurring for a really long time. Mark Wahlberg is one of them. He's likewise discussing the business as harmful culture, and people are contemplating whether that had an impact on why he left. What's entrancing about superstar life is the manner in which these people get to flex their abilities in different regions of the business. Take Dwayne Johnson, for example, who began off as a grappler and transformed into this blockbuster entertainer. Then you have Selena Gomez, who took the leap from television to ruling the music scene very much like Miley Cyrus. Occasionally, you come across those uncommon pearls who figure out how to become showbiz royalty. A smidgen of all that, it's like they have the brilliant touch, no matter how you look at it. Imprint Wahlberg has truly continued on from his rapper days. As a matter of fact, he's so not into it that he's really advising fans to chill by watching his old music recordings. Wahlberg is attempting to conceal his past. However, he's simply not feeling too glad for it. In a 2016 interview with Men's Wellness, he directly said, "I glance back at it now, and I'm similar to what in blazes was I doing to discuss a significant return recoil. It's every one of the missteps. It's everything the disappointments and every one of the misfortunes cause you to comprehend and develop, and just ideally take care of business the following time around prior to procuring his stripes as an institute." Grant's chosen imprint, Wahlberg, was shaking something entirely in those days. He went by Marky Imprint, and along with the Out of Control pack, he was causing disruptions as a diagram, besting the rapper in all honesty. Mark Wahlberg was a Hollywood star, as well as a genuine rapper who had an enormous hit. To get the full image of how Marky Imprint ended up becoming showbiz royalty in music, we want to make a beeline for when the rapper was an early individual from one of the greatest teeny bopper groups to at any point beauty the stage this was, thinking back to the 80s, the 10 years going before the one that sent Wahlberg into the stratosphere in the beginning phases of New Kids on the Block. Mark Wahlberg was an individual from the gathering close by his sibling Donnie. This was an intriguing setup, but it was not the one that would proceed to sell a huge number of records in the long run. The imprint would withdraw the gathering, and when the exemplary setup was assembled, the gathering in the end broke out in the 80s and mid-90s newcomers overwhelmed the music scene, releasing a progression of outline besting hits that pushed them to superstardom. Their impact reached out past music, with the band having their own toys, a devoted hotline, and, surprisingly, a vivified series, setting their universal presence in the interim in the midst of the band's fleeting ascent. Imprint Wahlberg was perseveringly improving his rap abilities, gnawing his time for a valuable chance to sparkle. The defining moment came when a natural face assumed an essential role in catapulting Marky Imprint to family distinction. Once at the center of attention, there was no option but to press onward for the thriving star. She never made it out one day. She was there for 7 days with her companion Izzy, and they remained. La Time gets up at 4:00 in the first part of the day. They're up requesting room administration, and afterward they go to with his siblings' progress in newcomers. Preparing new open doors unfurled for Marky Imprint in the blossoming rap scene still in its beginning phases. There was more than adequate space for somebody with the right energy to have a huge effect. Marky Imprint quickly jumped all over this opportunity when he delivered Great Vibrations, a track that shot him to enormous notoriety. Curiously, Great Vibrations has turned into a generally perceived tune today anyway. For more youthful audience members, the acknowledgement that it's a Mark Wahlberg melody may not be prompt given the progression of time since its delivery yet. The fact that he had experienced its pinnacle of ubiquity, the melody stays remarkable, albeit with many partner imprints in the rap profession. Principally with Great Vibrations, it is significant that more than one hit by Board separated from the notorious track. Marky Imprint tune Wildside likewise got a spot in the main 10 on the Hot 100 for adding one more accomplishment to his RRA portfolio in spite of the introductory outline achievement. Marky Imprint and the Out of Control bundle's downpour at the top was brief. Following an example suggestive of craftsmen like Vanilla Ice, it became obvious that the gathering wouldn't recover their previous greatness once the underlying enthusiasm died down in their brief, yet significant run. Marquee Imprint and the Out of Control pack created 2 collections, both attaining gold status as per the bulletin. While Mark Wahlberg's rap days are solidly in the past, these accomplishments highlight his outstanding progress in the more extensive setting of his vocation line hypothesis. Fans have frequently whirled about the chance of a gathering, with fans enthusiastically expecting the pack's return at any event. For a solitary show anyway, in spite of periodic reports, there is by all accounts no get-together. Wahlberg, it appears, has decided to make some meaningful difference. Persona immovably in the past, this choice lines up with his endeavors to move away from the terrible kid picture that at first pushed him to distinction during the 9SI. One of his fans wrote, "I truly respect his reliability to the folks that have had him covered since he was a youngster." Another one, Imprint, is exceptionally understandable. However, he was consistently entertaining. I actually never dug his work to be straightforward. Yet the thing is, now that I'm more established, I'm figuring out how to see the value in a ton of things that life's entertaining that way. As the years go by, I see a ton of that from him. He knows he's extremely fortunate to be so honored and squandered on the young. You generally need to return and accomplish something else, or you need to simply shake him and tell him, no, don't do this. This is what you got. Imprint Wahlberg wandered into the rap scene during the mid-1990s as an individual from Marquee Imprint and the Crazy Pack. Following the gathering's disintegration, Wahlberg sought after a performance rap vocation, culminating in the arrival of the collection Music for Individuals in 1997, which sadly tumbled financially considering that period. Wahlberg has communicated lament, recognizing his energetic naivety in a 2010 meeting with GQ. He conceded that I was youthful and stupid and thought I knew everything today. Wahlberg has effectively progressed into a complex vocation as an entertainer and money manager, with the jobs of spouse and father adding to his achievements. Tries are immovably consigned to the past, and while some estimate that Wahlberg could wish to delete the astounding bundle period from memory, there's no sign that referencing it would prompt any unfriendly outcomes in his ongoing vocation, not at all like Cuba Gooding Jr., who confronted believability because of allegations. There is no proof that Wahlberg has named anybody a liar or conveyed intimidation connected with his past in the music industry. Sovereign Latifah, having at first been perceived as a rap craftsman, doesn't appear to get any advantages from her association with Jamie Foxx. Albeit some might utilize the term Marquee. Mark, in a to some degree decrying way, hasn't influenced Wahlberg's remaining in the entertainment world. Fundamentally, Wahlberg's previous monetary achievement and experiences with a more liberal way of life during his rap vocation have turned into a part of his life that resembles I need to do them. Equity. You realize I have some work and an obligation to hit the nail on the head and handle it with the responsiveness that it merits. So, when to make leaving those Mark Wahlberg pursued the choice to move back from his rap profession because of an absence of trust in his capacities. Perceiving that he wasn't fulfilled with his capabilities in rapping, he decided to divert his concentration towards acting in spite of accomplishing different top 10 hits on the Bulletin Hot 100. Wahlberg at last chose to leave the rap scene, stressing his obligation to chase after a profession in acting, notwithstanding his underlying outlining triumphs. Wahlberg picked an alternate way, leaving his rap vocation behind. Wahlberg ponders the substitute direction his profession could have taken on the off chance that he had adhered to his underlying arrangement of turning into a full-time rapper, notwithstanding accomplishing notoriety as the vocalist of Good Vibrations and being a noticeable figure during the 9s rap scene. Wahlberg ultimately progressed into a profoundly effective acting profession. In spite of his achievements in acting, Wahlberg mulls over the various decisions he might have made during his more youthful years, considering how his vocation could have separated in the event that he had gone on down the course of a full-time rapper. Long's response to Father Stu, those are the things that are my prize for the work that we, while the left star was taking action in Hollywood, Eminem had made his introduction, and when he resigned, the 8 Mile star solidified his name on the rundown of the best rappers. A meeting with IGNAs of late re-emerged on the web, where Wahlberg was inquired as to whether he figures he might have been Eminem in the event that he had not resigned, to which he answered, "Would I at any point have been Eminem? I surely want to think not. I believe Eminem's truly gifted. However, I'm attempting to do something entirely different. He further cited, saying that he and Eminem have totally different preferences. I love my mom, man. Are you insane? No, I can't have a terrible effect on anyone. However, I believe there's something else to what he does. Besides that, there's positively a shock esteem that has somewhat gotten him to a specific spot. However, the person has a ton of ability. It's simply that you realize I came from the genuine article, and I was frantically attempting to move away. Subscribe She Spice for more videos.